satyam vadishyami tadmam avatu tadbhaktaram avatu mam avatu bhaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shamno Mitra Sham Varunah Shamno Bhavat Aryama Shamno Indro Brihaspatihi Shamno Vishnu Rukramaha. Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmavadisham Ritamavadisham Satyamavadisham Tanmamavid Tadbhaktaramavid Avid Mamavid Bhaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Right, yeah. So it's fun. Right, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. On behalf of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, Sri Sri Gauranitai, Srila Prabhupada, the families of the bride and the groom, and also on behalf of the bride and groom, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this, the Vivaha Samskar of Omkar. His initiated name was Umapati Das, and Jaahnavi, whose initiated name is Jagamohini Devi Dasi. So far, the groom has arrived and he has been properly welcomed by the family of the bride. They are looking forward to this day as much as he is looking forward to this day, because this is the first time I see, like, he was supposed to arrive at 10. He arrived since about 9:30. So definitely this is somebody who is looking forward to being married. He has no second thoughts. He's made up his mind. This is what he wants to do, even if she was ready or not. So, and there was a little ritual that we did just as he was entering the temple. And in previous times, if we read the Ramayana, if we read the Mahabharata, and we see there was always a test the groom had to go through. Arjuna, he had to shoot the eye of a fish that was revolving on the ceiling while looking at its reflection in a pool of water below. Lord Ram had to break the bow of Lord Shiva, so he's fit to continue with the rest of the ceremony. Then he shows that he has some worth. He has some tenacity to weather the storm, which oftentimes is what marriage is. So having said that, there's many more aspects of the ceremony, which I'll explain as we go along. The way we do things is according to the Satkriya Dipika, which was given by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who is one of the direct followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is an incarnation of Krishna himself. Now, it may be somewhat different to a wedding ceremony that you may have seen conducted ordinarily in Trinidad in Vedic rites, but I've been to weddings in different parts of India, and it changes depending on the culture, depending on the state, depending on the local traditions of that place. Then some of the external aspects of the ceremony may differ, but the essential aspects of the ceremony are all intact. For example, there's the promise that is given, that they agree to be married, Vagdanam. Then there's the Dharika Dhanam or the Kanya Dhanam, where the father of the bride formally entrusts the responsibility for the protection of his daughter to the hands of the groom, and so on. Finally, it culminates in the Sapta Party, or the 7 steps, where the bride and groom together make 7 steps toward the deities, as we're doing it here in the temple, towards Krishna. Because marriage is called ashrama. It is the grihastha ashrama. And ashrama means that place where spiritual life is cultivated, where the goal is that both husband and wife together engage in a partnership that enriches each other's spiritual journey towards Krishna. And therefore, it culminates in that, where as the first act of a married couple, they take steps directly towards Krishna, which hopefully would continue throughout their life. So with that being said, we can't have a wedding without a bride. So I'll ask the devotees to start kirtan while Jaahnavi, Jagamohini Devi, makes her entrance into the temple. Gops. Yeah, scissors from a cut like 3 to 4, about 5 pieces of the string from it. Yeah.
That would be too small?
No, however long now, you
Oh,
just...
I thought it was just like...
No. Cut 5 of the similar length. Hare Krishna. Please stand as we welcome the bride. That is you too, Baba. That is you too. Yeah, I'll do that for you. like. What's up in front here now? Come here now. So it could be easy, right in the front camera and everything. What I need from here? Krishna, Hare Hare, So if you're not here to sign, you just let him sign. Or spin by or something. So I don't follow the form now with his information behind and so I can't let somebody else fill in at this point. I just listen. There's so many people here who agree with me, so I mean, I gotta discard. It's take a while to follow out. Krishna, Krishna. Huh? Yeah, my next all. Yeah? He's waiting on his wife. Hare Krishna. So the bride, Jagamohini Devi, has made her entrance, and traditionally, marriages were generally done, arranged by the parents. The astrology would be checked and other factors would be considered, and suitable matches would be made for the bride and groom. However, in most cases today, that isn't followed. So in those previous times, the first time the groom would probably see his wife and vice versa would be when the deal is already sealed. So, at least for today, he hasn't seen her yet. So if you would kindly remove your veil, Jagamohini Devi. Don't be so nervous. Man was here early, you know. He's looking forward to this day.
I have to watch out?
Yeah.
Up.
Is he the same fella?
Yeah, okay, handsome.
Alright. Let me see one of the garlands. Place this garland on him. Give me. That's right. Alright. So now, garland him. You garland her. So just as in the Swayamvars of the Pandavas and also Lord Ram, when the groom was selected, then Sita Devi, in the case of Lord Ram, placed a garland around his neck, indicating that she also agrees to marry him. So now that this initial part has been done, please lead her to the area where the Jagya would be performed. And you take your seat to his right. Om Kanyayam Prajapati Vishnu Devataka Om Narayana Vidmahi Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat Om Trailokya Mohanaya Vidmahi Kamadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnur Mangalam Madhusudanah Mangaloyam Hrishikesho Mangalayatano Harihi Vishnucharena Matrena Krishnasya Smaranadarehe Sarva Vignani Nashyanti Mangalam Shyan Nashamshayaha Om Asya Karmana Bhavantu Bhavantu Om Punyaham Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham. Om Asya Karmana Swasti Bhavantu Bhavantu Ayushmate Swasti. Om Swasti, Om Swasti, Om Swasti. Om Asya Karmano Riddhim Bhavantu Bhavantu. Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Swastina Govinda, Swastina Achyutananto, Swastino Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu, Swastino Narayano Vai, Swastina Padmanabha Purushottamo Dadatu, Swastino Vishwakseno Vishweshwaraha, Swastino Hrishikesho Haridadatu, Swastino Vainateyo Harihi, Swastino Anjuna Suto Hanur Bhagavato Dadhatu, Swasti Swasti Sumangalai Kesho Mahan, Shri Krishna Sachit Ananda Ghana Sarveshwareshwaro Dadhatu. So now we'll perform Achman for purification. So I would like also that Dvijotama Prabhu come and sit near to us also for the performance of Achmana. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarva Vastam Gato Piva Yasmarit Pundarikakshang Sabahya Bhyantarah Shuchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Sit. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. So while we perform the invitation of the presiding deity of the yagya and the installation of the fire, I'll ask the kirtan group to lead us in kirtan. Hare Krishna. So before we begin, everyone all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So the first part of the yagya is the establishing of the kund, and we're going to worship Vishwaksena. Vishwaksena is the form of Vishnu, who is the original Ganesha. So normally in Devata Puja we would worship Lord Ganesh for the removal of obstacles. But the source of Ganesh is Vishwaksena, like that. We worship him. Oh, Hari Om Om Tat Sat Shri Govinda 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 Shri Bhagavat Ajnaya Shriman Narayana Prityartam Samkshipta Punya Havachanam Aham Karishye. Shri Vishwaksena Namaha Samarpayami Vahanam Samarpayami Asanam Samarpayami. अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि स्नानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि ॐ वस्त्रार्थम् अक्षतं समर्पयामि ॐ उपवितार्थम् अक्षतं समर्पयामि ॐ गन्धस्योपायामि ॐ अक्षतं समर्पयामि ॐ सन्मुखाय नमः ॐ एकदन्ताय नमः ॐ कपिलाय नमः ॐ गजकर्णकाय नमः ॐ लम्बोदराय नमः ॐ विकटाय नमः ॐ विज्ञानमयाय नमः ॐ घनदीपाय नमः ॐ नानाविध परिमलपत्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ॐ श्री विश्वक्सेनाय नमः बरी नियत So we will pack incense on top of the helmet, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Rama Hare Hare. We'll be true with everything in it. Dujotam Prabhu. The tray that had the other items on it, where it is, the tray that had other items, the matches on it, bring it from please now. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Let's put this next to the Kalsara. Yeah, just right there. Next to it. No, not there. On the yeah. Sanirudhasya sanirudhasya yasanmukopava sanmukopava. Dhyanam samarpayami avaham samarpayami asanam samarpayami padyam samarpayami argyam samarpayami. Om Nantarayam Achmaniyam Vastartam Akshatam Upavyatam Akshatam Manuspadam Chami Handasyoppari Hari Kumkumam Samarpayami Akshatan Samarpayami Pushpam Samarpayami. Varunaya Namaha. Om Prachetase Namaha. Om Surupine Namaha. Om Apam Namaha. Om Makara Namaha. Om Jaladhi Namaha. Om Pashahastaya Namaha. Om Varunaya Namaha. Rama Krishna. So the initial mantras and rites have been performed in terms of removal of obstacles, that the ceremony goes without hindrance, and also the worshipable deity has been invited. So now what we'll do is the Dharika Dhanam, also called the Kanya Dhanam. This part of the ceremony is perhaps the most essential. What it is the responsibility for the protection of the daughter is being conferred upon the groom. Recently in Trinidad here, we've been hearing an outcry of sorts. There was a couple teenagers and women who were violently abused, and sexually and otherwise, and physically. And there's been this cry that women should be protected. But there's an interesting statistic. In the Vedic culture, the protection of the woman is always there. According to Vedic culture, as a child, she's protected by her father and her family. And when she's of marriageable age and a suitable boy is found, then the responsibility for protection is conferred upon the boy. And as she becomes older, if the husband is no longer there, then her elder sons offer that protection to her. So in this way, there's always that continuity of the responsibility of protection of women in our society. But it's a very interesting thing that's happening now, that increasingly you find there are single parent homes, isn't it? That, and I actually looked into this, and there's some statistics that in the US, a particular group, they always feel that they are taken advantage of. But a very interesting thing happened around early 1960s. There was the introduction of welfare, that persons who were single mothers, persons who were unemployed and so on, could get a lot of benefits from the state. And a very interesting thing happened. Whether it is a relationship of causality, I don't know, but definitely there's a correlation that when that thing took place, there was that welfare was introduced, then the incidences of single parent homes, in other words, specifically what I'm talking about is single mothers, that went up from less than 20% to over 30% within a few years. Within a few years. So what effectively happened was a breaking down of the family structure. And I've actually observed this. I used to teach, and where I taught was in one of what would be considered one of the more difficult schools in Trinidad, to put it in a very mild way. I taught there for 13 years. And I would always have a very close relationships with my class. And whichever class I would have, especially my form class. And one thing I could tell from the behavior of the students was who came from a home where there were both mother and father, as opposed to who came from a home where there was only one parent. Generally, that parent would be the mother, sometimes the grandmother. And they were amazed with the level of accuracy I could tell them without even having to ask them those questions. And one thing we could do if we want to genuinely give protection to our women is we have to take our responsibility very seriously. It's a very, very serious responsibility that we have. So it is not a light thing that is going to take place here, where the father of the bride and the family of the bride, in fact, not just Dvijotama Prabhu, but the family of the bride is offering that protection of Jaahnavi, Jagamohini Devi, to Omkar, Umapati. It's a very, very serious responsibility. But before we do that, we have greetings from two very important members of our congregation here. One is the GBC of our area, His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami, and also the initiating spiritual master or Diksha Guru of Umapati or Omkar, and that is His Holiness Bhakti Marg Swami. So they couldn't be here for obvious reasons, but they sent greetings. So before we go on further with the ceremony, I want to play those notes that they have sent. Guru Prasad Swami.
Hare Krishna, Jagamogini. I wanted to express all glory to Srila Prabhupada.
So let me get ready for this one time. Let me get ready for this one time. Right? So the tray that you have all the things for
Marriage,
the gala for tying the hands, the cloth for tying them
the
together,
most important
and
decision one makes
we want to have
in life,
the
in the sense
also the
that
sandalwood paste, the flowers,
once we
all these things.
commit,
Huh?
that is the commitment for life.
No, you have there.
For
Just put some
initiation,
water, right?
it is a commitment of life
And the
after
dhoti
life.
and the kurta and things. So we want to have all that
But
ready.
marriage
And so there's every good reason that this partnership will be a great success. Please do learn how to compromise. You can't do just, one person's way all the time. Please get that very fixed in your minds that it is a game of give and take that you have to play. And then there will be success. We bless that you will have a wonderful family and that there will be long life to you both and to whatever may come, byproducts, children, that they will also have a long, healthy life. And please just make a difference in the world by your, not just what you say, but by what you do. So there you are in Trinidad. You have a beautiful country that needs some adjusting. Prabhupada actually came to this world to change the culture, yes. And all the countries that we put under the classification of the globe, the planet Earth, definitely needs some cultural adjustments. So please be instruments in this change that we would like to bring about. Change that we would like to bring about. So I offer you my humble obeisance and all success in this new team. May you be good shining examples. What it means to be people in partnership, people who collaborate with each other, and be the perfect lady and gentleman. I want to thank you very much, and Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My apologies, I will probably not be able to make it to Trinidad and the Caribbean this time around. It's just, you understand the circumstances very well. So I thank you for your understanding. So keep safe, keep strong, and stay with strong Sangha. Okay? Whatever challenges may be there, see them as Krishna's putting you in a spot so that you can make progress, you can make lots of advancement. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hey Krishna. So now we'll have the formal, in a Western culture, they say giving away the bride. But in Vedic culture, it's a deeper concept than that, as I was explaining, offering the protection of the daughter to the groom. So I'll ask the family of the bride, Dvijotam Prabhu and Gopana Daksha Mataji, to please come. Go on that side there. Maybe you could get a chair to rest it on so it'll be more convenient. Come on, chair. In the Vedic culture, when something very important is being undertaken, the word used for it is sankalpa, which means that it's almost as if one sign a proper contract, a very binding contract. So a sankalpa is performed when one is undertaking something which is binding, both in terms of his relationships here on earth, and also sankalpa means that it is binding in the eyes of the Lord, because one is taking that vow in front of witnesses, namely the devotees, family members, and friends, and also the Lord Himself, who has been invited to preside over this sacred ceremony. So, how this is being done? It's in the form of an exchange between the father of the bride and the groom, and each has to fulfill their role in this exchange. So, I will repeat the Sanskrit or the mantra part of each of the exchanges, and I will pass over the mic to each of them that they will recite very loudly the translation to the mantras, which are very simple mantras. So, Dvijotam Prabhu, I think the family of the groom would know him as Dev, or they know you as Dvijotam? They know you as Dvijotam. Good. Okay. So the first thing, we have already begun the process outside. You have welcomed him. You agree that this is the man you want to marry your daughter. Not so?
Yes, sir.
And therefore you say, Om Sadhu Bhavan Astam. So, you read this very loudly.
Welcome to be comfortable.
Loud.
Welcome to be comfortable.
Good. So far, are you comfortable? So far? Are you a little nervous? That is sounds so convincing. Comfortable enough. Comfortable enough, he says. So then, Om Sadwaham Ase. I have been well received.
I have been well received.
Good. To which Dvijotam Prabhu responds, Om Archayashyamo Bhavantam. I shall now honor you.
I shall now honor you.
Om Archaya. Please perform the ritual.
Please perform the ritual.
Etani Gandha Pushpa Vasamsi Om Varaya Namaha. So now, again, offer sandalwood paste. Is that water or you need to tell them much? Good. And then the cloth, the gift. More firm before it presses on top of his head. Yeah. And offer him the gift. So what is being offered? Because Umapati is an initiated Brahmana, then generally when worship is performed, especially for men, we wear on a dhoti and a chadar, like what I'm wearing here. So Dvijotam Prabhu is offering those items to Umapati Prabhu, because not only will he take responsibility for the protection physically, emotionally, and otherwise, but also Umapati has to take the responsibility to lead in the development of spiritual culture. So therefore these items are being presented. Om Swasti Om Vishnu Om Tatsat Adyah Keshavamase Sinharashi Stite Bhashkare Krishna Pakshe Shashti Titau Dharika Dhanartam Ebhir Gandhadibir Abhyachareyam Bhavantam Aham Varatvena Vane Om Vritosmi. Now the part everybody would have been accustomed to, the couple's hands would be tied together, and as a symbolic gesture, a very solemn gesture, water, sanctified water would be poured over the couple's hands while the sankalp is recited, symbolizing that it is something which I am not turning back on. I have selected him, the boy has selected this girl, both parents sanctioned this, and wholeheartedly they are committing to this relationship. So the garland is here. So Umapati, you take her right hand on your right hand. You could tie the garland, Mataji. No, just wrap it around. Wrap it around. Huh? Huh? Put your hand down. Put your hand down, Mataji. Yeah. Wrap it around. That's good. That's good. And let me get this bowl here. Go find Akshay. Where's she going? Go find Akshay. Okay. So you hold the bowl under and very slowly you pour the water, right? So you could come on that side so it'll be more convenient. Just pour a little at first, a little bit. Om Vishnu Om Tatsate, a little bit more. And Vijyotam Prabhu, I want you to hold the couple's hands together. I will hold this. If I get somebody to help me. Haribol, come. Just hold this bowl here first, please. Hold the bowl. Savastram yata shakyalankritam aroginim pravasinim yata kalo pashtapinim. Om Prajapati Vishnu Devatayam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Smarana Purvakam Sharma Dwara Swayam Shri Shri Radha Krishna No Dattam. Right? Finish pour. Pour it out. Om Swasti. Right? So now, this is where the couple officially tie the knot. So Gopanadaksha, please tie them together, the upper. Yeah. And you have the cloth somewhere there? Yeah. tie the upper cloths together. Huh? Mm-hmm. So in such a way that they wouldn't get tangled up on it. Shri Shri Lakshmi Kitambayo Revati Balaramayo Tata Sita Ramayoscha Sri Dharga Shivayor Yatha Devahuti Kardamayos Shachi Magavator Yata Shatarupa Swayam Bhuvayo Renuka Jamadagnayo Yata Halya Gautamayo Devaki Vasudevayo Mandodari Ravanayor Yashoda Nandayor Yata Shri Draupadi Pandavayo Shri Taravali Bhujaho Damayanti Nakalayo Shri Radha Krishnayor Yata Anayo Kanya Varayostata Syad Granti Bhandanam. So now Gopanaksha Mataji. So you could untie the hands now, remove the garland from the hands. Huh? Well, they have to do other thing. Fred? You free? All right. So now we could keep it aside. Okay. So now Umapati Prabhu, you take her hands in yours. Both hands. Like both hands together, hold it. Om mama vrate te hridayam dadhatu mama chittam anuchittam te astu mama vacham eka mana jushasva Shri Vishnu tva niyunaktu mahyam. May our hearts be fixed in one another's life's goals. May our minds follow after one another. With body and soul, may we be devoted to one another's words. May Lord Krishna join us together. So now, place your right hand in the area of her heart, and likewise you Jagamohini, your right hand in the area of her heart. Om ka idam kashmai adat kamaha kamaya kamodata kamaha pratigrahita kamaha samudram ashvishhate kamena tva pratigrihnami kamaitate. Who has given this heart unto whom? Love has given unto love. Love is the giver. Love is the receiver. Love has entered the ocean of love. I receive you through love. This heart is yours. So now, while we get the fire started and the performance of the Homa and the circumambulation of the fire, I ask the devotees to please lead us in Kirtan. Right. You can move your hand now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Tara Claude need to take the heat. Huh? Nada, estourei no PVC segurando top. Huh? I não tá custom light and small fire now. Jaahnavi iha gacche agnitvam yojaknamasi Shri Vishnu Teja evayam. Prasad? It's Prasad? Dujotam. Let's bring our chair and rest the grains for them here now. We don't need it now. Namo Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Bhua Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namama. Om Swaha Idam Idam Namama. Om Bhua Swaha Idam Achpaya Namama. Grains. Nobody want any grains? Big one. What are you doing? Alright, so now we're going to make a few offerings into the fire. So for that now. Om ya akrintan avayan ya atanvatayascha devayo antan abhito tatanta Thastva devo jarasa samvyayanta ayushmatidam paridvastva vasaha Om paridhatta dhatta vasasaninam Shathayushim krinuta dhirgamayuhu Shatam cha jiva sharada Suvarcha vasuni chari bibrishjasi jivane Om Swasti. Right below the chair. Right. So now we're going to put the sindoor. I think the sindoor. It's somewhere over there. Like nobody here to kind of get things. Yeah. Not yet. Daddy sindoor? Oh, a fancy thing, right? When they bring the cloth, fancy cloth. Cannot get. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Sindur Iva Pradhwane Shubham Shano Vata Parimya Patayanti Yahva Vritasya Dhara Arusho Navaji Khashra Bindu Nurmi Bihi Pinvamanaha Om Somo Dadad Gandharvaya Gandharvo Dadad Agnaye Raim Cha Putram Chadad Agnir Mahyam Ato Imam Om Prame Patiya Naha Pantaha Kalpatam Shiva Arishra Pratilokam Gameyam. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Will I get through? Move the clock. Yeah. You do it good? Alright. Have the Mangal Sutra. Mangalya tantu anena mama jivana hetune khante vajnami subhage tvam jiva sharada shatam. Wait, don't forget. We gotta go under the veil. Like just raise it up so he could slip his hands behind. Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Again, Drew. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Alright? Right. Adam the grains. Adam the grains. Be careful, right? No, it's just for him now. Right. So this is called the Ajya Homa, where you make oblations to the Lord for her benefit. Right? So as I recite the mantras, you and I say Swaha, and you also, right? Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achyutaya Idam Namama Om Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama. Touch while he is offering, you touch his hand. Om Vishnur Etu Pratamo Vai Sarvebhyah Soshai Prajam Munchatu Mrityu Pashat Tad Ayam Prabhur Achyuta Anumamsa Yatam Yateyam Sri Pautram Agyam Narodate Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama Om Imam Krishna Trayatam Graha Patye Prajam Asyai Jaradhashtim Krinotu Asunya Kroda Jivatam Astu Mata Pautram Anandam Abhibhudyatam Iyam Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama Om Hariste Prishtam Rakshatu Vishnu Uru Nara Narayano Stana Dvante Putran Shri Krishna Birakshatu Avashashaha Paridhanad Anantar Asya Avatara Abhi Rakshantu Paschat Swaha Idam Haraye Idam Namama. Om Mate Griheshu Nishi Ghosha Uthad Anyatratva Rudratya Sambhishantu Matvam Rudati Uru Avadhishtha Jivapmi Pati Loke Viraja Pashyanti Prajam Sumanasya Manam Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama Om Aprajasyam Pautra Martyam Papmanam Uttavai Aghame Shivshnaha Srijam Ivon Mucha Dvishadbhyaha Prati Munchami Pasham Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama Om Paraitu Mrityuhu Amritam Magate Vaishvashvato no Abhayam Krinotu Param Mrityo Anuparehi Pantham Yatra no Anya Itaro Devayante Chakshu Mate Shrivate Te Bhavimi Ma Naha Prajam Ririsho Mota Viran Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama Om Bhua Swaha Idam Achyutaya Idam Namama. Om Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Namama. Om Bhua Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Okay, so now we're going to do the circumambulation of the fire and the offering of the laja or the lawa into the fire. So for that, we need your brother. You're almost done, huh? You're almost done. Not too long, I think. But not the big one who doing it. Not that big one that who doing it. Not the big one who doing it.
I mean, that's not really allowed.
Okay.
If he gives me the story, he's at the point on the
Huh?
He's at the point on again.
Which one? Just now. And you right. Go on top there. You can see the fancy sift, the thing, the red thing with the stone in it, and the yellow cloth with the lava. Bring it. Yeah. So you can make a space somewhere here for it. Right? So this is what we're going to do. Right? So we're going around the fire. Right? So we're going around the fire 4 times. Right? Clockwise. I'm going to explain all that. Right? Yeah. Yeah. No, don't put a lot of rest yet. They have the first darshan, then you put a lot of rest. It shouldn't be too far from now. It shouldn't be too much from now. Right? Okay. So how we doing this, right?
Have to make it circle 1 time?
No, 4 times we went around.
Oh, the circle thing, they have to make it
Two.
too? Not yet.
Not yet, just now. Okay. So when I give you instruction, you're going to stand, right? So then you're going to go behind her and let her go in front, because she will go around first, right? Then what you're going to do is I'm going to put some ghee, right, into her hand. Then you're going to put some of the rice. Then I'm going to put some more ghee, right? No. I put ghee in she hand.
Yeah.
You put rice.
Oh, right.
And I put more ghee, right?
I put right again.
No, do not 4 times. But when they go around the fire, then we'll do it like that,
So
right?
1 ghee,
Huh?
1 ghee, you put your rice and you put ghee on it. Nice one.
Like one.
Right.
You not 4 times, right? So the stone here, right? Right. So put this stone somewhere on the floor there where you could stand on it when we say the mantra.
Each mantra, we put him.
Put it close by, hey, close, share off it in the fire. Right? Okay. So now, so 3 of the circles, the first 3 circles, you're going to be in front. Right? The first 3 circles, you're going to be in front. And the last circle, you will be in front. Right? 4 in total, right? Let's stand. So you can stand. Both of you. Because they cannot join up. Help she get. Right, so pull that back a little bit. You go to the back of her a little bit and let her stand on top of the stone. Get the stone, put your foot, come in front here, bring it in front here. Bring the stone close here. Your right foot on top of the stone. Come close. Like actually stand on the stone. Here, just touch it, put your foot on the stone. You gotta drop that because you gotta get the rice in your hand now. You can't hold your dress. Yeah. And then you'll get it thing, right? Okay. Go on, bring your rice. Yeah, right hand. Haribol.
What are you using? This thing or that's behind?
Just put the rice. Put the rice in her hand.
With this?
Whatever. Well, with or without. Yeah. Put rice. Put enough rice. And then have enough. Put more. Put rice, man. That's not. I'll tell you when. That's good for now. So when I say swaha, then you put it right. Om iyam nari upabrutegno lajan avapanti dhirghayur astu me pati shatam varshani jivatu edhantam nau hari bhaktihi swaha idam krishnaya idam namama. Right? You're going around the fire very slowly. He first tree. Make the circle. Right, put your foot back on the stone. Om Vishnu Devam Kanya Harim Akshatya Sa Imam Devo Vishnu Preto Munchatuma Utaha. Iyam nari upabrutegno lajan avapanti dhirghayur astu me pati shatam varshani jivatu edhantam nau hari bhakti swaha idam krishnaya idam namama. Go around the fire. Yeah, him first. Yeah. Right, put on top of the stone. Om imam ashamam aroham tvam stira bhava dushantam apa bandhavasya macha tvam dashatam adaha. Om iyam nari upabrutegno lajan avapanti dhirghayur astu me pati shatam varshani jivatu edantam nau hari bhaktihi swaha idam Krishnaya idam namama. Around. Again, go on stone. That's how many? That's 3 times. This is the last time, right?
I am from.
Huh?
I am from.
Hello, went around 3 times already?
Yes.
Okay, put your 2 hands. Go put your hand in the fire. Pull it up, Anil. Yeah. Om yam nari upabrutek naulajan avapanti dhirgayur astu me patishatam varshani jivatu edhantam nau hari bhakti swaha idam krishnaya idam namama Hare Krishna Yeah, you in front. Bring back the chair. Right, so you go on this side now. No. Huh? No, leave the sorry, leave one side. Yeah. Hey, make sure she don't fall up here high, you know. I'm gonna make bad for video. Yeah, put the stone right in front. Harbol. So I'll organize the 7 circles now. They may have to move the mats, right? They may have to move the mats. 7 circles. I'll sign the register, the rings, and then the 7 steps. Huh? Then some concluding things, but the main parts would have been finished. This is what?
That's your ring.
This is what I might end up being married. Your guy reach? They don't pull out behind the antigra. So it will be hard. I'd rather pull out and export. Hare Krishna. So we have just had the offering of the lava, the large into the fire. Now we'll have the formal signing of the marriage register and the exchange of the rings, and then the performance of the Sapta Party. The Sapta Party is that ritual where the couple takes 7 steps, and as we're in the temple, it will be in the direction of the deities, and the final step would bring them in front of the altar. And the idea is that with each step, a certain vow is being taken by the couple. And the idea is that in marriage, not only does their relationship grow, but most importantly, their relationship with Krishna or God should grow. So I would like to call on the 2 witnesses who are signing on behalf of the couple in witness to the marriage. Okay. All right. I have all your ID information, I think already. Let me see what I have. Like just from here, just check 7 steps that lead in front of the altar. Yeah, so you may have to move the carpet and whatnot.
Okay, so leading from right there.
Yeah, from right at the edge of the mandap here, going towards the
Is it wide then?
a footstep now. You could use by your measure. So start from there and count 7, coming back. Right here. Those sign right here also. Like, yeah, yeah. I work with my pens, everything will be neat now. Same pen and thing. Right? So this one. Okay. So Jaahnavi, you sign in here. Omkar, you sign in here. Right? Huh? I know she'll feel good when she gets to sign first now.
Okay, pretend. Just so awkward. Done?
Alright. Right. So witness 1 is you, witness 2 is you. Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. So while the 7 circles for the Sapta Party, while the 7 circles for the Sapta Party are being drawn, I would like to ask His Grace Rajarshi Prabhu to say a few words.
shelter of devotional practices. Separated ocean there is an ocean of faults, full of bad qualities. But Ashti Eko Mahanduna, but there is one great quality left. And that is the Supreme Lord, Krishna. He came himself in this age to give the Yuga Dharma, Shriharinam Sankirtan. So, if there is any chance of perfecting one's life, it is certainly by taking shelter of Krishna in this form. So on this auspicious occasion of this Vivaha Sanskar, some people do it just for ritual,
A little bit
but I know
to feed each other after they take darshan.
Kumapati,
Like a disposable kalikasa. They could use
it's
one.
not just a ritual part of life, but it is something in the course of life that they aspire for the supreme perfection. So they say on this occasion, they require all best wishes and blessings and everything possible. So we wish them all the best on this occasion and for the future. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So before the kirtan starts, just before the kirtan starts, I'll explain what the 7 steps are. With the first step, they are saying, may Krishna lead us to strength that we may support one another. With the second step, may Krishna lead us to power that we may protect one another. With the third step, may Krishna lead us to faithfulness that we may uphold our vows. With the fourth step, may Krishna lead us to happiness that we may please one another. The fifth step, may Krishna lead us to prosperity that we may secure and give in charity. The sixth step, may Krishna lead us to increasing spiritual wealth that we may grow deeper in faith. And with the final step, may Krishna lead us to maintain sacrifices that we may dedicate ourselves to His service. And they ask each other, be my companion for life, fixed in these 7 vows. May our friendship endure. Let this bond never break.
Like
Right?
one, then
No, our other side mantra. Right? So take the first step. Om Ekam Ishe Vishnustva Nayatu. Okay, reach quiet here.
Next one? Yeah.
Next step. Om Dve Urje Vishnustva Nayatu. Om Trini Vritaya Vishnustva Nayatu. Fourth step. Om Chatavari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnustva Nayatu. Om Pancha Pashubhyo Vishnustva. Is that it? You can reach the grains. What the rings? The rings. What rings here?
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Right? They ready? Have our next box inside our box? Right? So you put on her.
Hare Krishna,
You know which finger? I had to tell you.
Hare Krishna,
You know which finger?
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Okay, good.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Good.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Right? You get your ring yet?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Right.
Hare Krishna,
Right. So you're already facing north, right? This direction is north, right? Okay. So this is called the Dhruva Darshan. The reason why it's called the Dhruva Darshan is that the Dhruva planet is considered the planet within the material world that is not destroyed. When the material creation is destroyed, like a spiritual planet within the material creation. So we meditate on that planet that even though there may be so many inconveniences around married life, we could remember that star of Dhruva, and our marriage will be fixed. Like that. Om Dhruvam Asi Dhruvaham Pati Kule Shri Vishnu Vaishnava Seva Subhuyasam Shri Umapati Adhikarinah Anugata Shri Jagamohini Devyaham Om Dhruva Dhayur Dhruva Prithvi Dhruvam Vishwam Idam Jagatu Dhruva Saha Parvata Ime Dhruva Shri Patikule Shri Vishnu Vaishnava Seva Su Iyam. Hare Krishna. So, after completing the Sapta Party, we had the Pani Grahanam, the exchange of rings, and the Dhruva Darshan. The Dhruva Darshan is where the couples face in the northerly direction and meditate on the pole star. The pole star is considered to be Dhruva Loka. It is considered a planet within the material world that is actually spiritual, the planet of Dhruva. That even when this material world is destroyed, that planet remains as it is. So similarly, in the course of a marriage, there may be many inconveniences and things that are happening negatively around the couple. So meditating on the star that is the Dhruva Loka, the couple begs for the strength that just as the Dhruva star remains fixed even in a time of destruction, that even when it seems as if one's relationship may be on the verge of destruction, that we may also be fixed and be able to overcome such difficulty by meditating on Dhruva. So now we will have the concluding offerings into the fire. And while that is going on, we could have some kirtan. Already? So both of you all offer it, right? Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achyutaya Idam Namama. Om Swa Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Namama. Om Bhubhuvasva Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Pahino Achuta Enase Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Yagyapahi Hare Vivo Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Sarvam Pahi Shriyapate Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Agyatam Yad Agyatam Yagyasya Kriyate Mitu Vishnu Tad Asya Kalpayatvam Hi Veta Yata Tatam Swaha. Om Bhu Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achutaya Idam Namama. Om Swa Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Namama. Om Bhubhuva Swa Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We just offer a few oblations. No, just a round off, right? Om Ajnana Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha Idam Gurave Idam Namama. Om Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Swapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Tadati Shrapadantikam Swaha Idam Rasacharya Idam Namama. Om Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapara Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagradatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Swaha Idam Shri Radha Krishna Sarva Vaishnavibhyo Idam Namama. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama. Om Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha Idam Radhaya Idam Namama. Om Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha Idam Sarve Mahan Vaishnavebhyo Idam Namama. Om Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha Idam Shri Panchatatvaya Idam Namama. Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swaha Idam Shri Radha Krishna Bhyam Idam Namama. Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swaha Idam Radha Krishna Bhya Idam Namama. Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swaha Idam Radha Krishnaya Idam Namama. So now whatever grains you have, we offer it into the fire. Put some more wood in case it out. All the grains, you could just like make one offering and you could touch his hands or vice versa. Rather than make two piles, it's a bit inconvenient, no? So you could just use one banana each after, right? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama. Take one banana and offer it. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanaichaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namama. Somebody got sold that out after. Somebody got sold that out after. Alright. Okay. That is the end. Yav Shanti, Antarikshagam Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Apa Shanti, Vayu Shanti, Tejaha Shanti, Ushadaya Shanti, Loka Shanti, Brahmana Shanti, Vaishnava Shanti, Shanti Ashtu, Duttir Ashtu, Om Shanti, 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 Om Anga Hinam, Kriya Hinam, Vidhi Hinam Jayat Bhavit, Astu Tat Sarvam Achidram, Shri Krishna, Karshna, Prasad Dataha. Let me see if you could help me do something now. So hold this key. And poet. Sit down for the people to come and greet all the and what's that? I tell you, sit down on a chair. They could put that chair somewhere right there. Back to the wall. Put it to the wall. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Stand. So, ladies and gentlemen, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, let me be the first to introduce to you Shriman Umapati Das and Srimati Jagamohini Devi Dasi, husband and wife. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. So I would like for us to all offer our blessings to the newly married couple by loudly chanting 3 times the Maha Mantra. Very loudly. 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once more, very loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As loud as possible. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And now the concluding mantra of the Jagya. Om Kayena Vacha Manasindriyeva Buddhyatmana Vanushrita Swabhavat Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Padasmai Narayanayeti Samarpyami. Hare Krishna. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. So the couple would be seated in this area here, and those of you who would like to come and greet them individually and offer your blessings to them can please do so. And also prasadam meals have been prepared for everyone, although I think because of COVID restrictions it's more takeaway service than a dine-in service. But it's what we have to do in what they call the new normal. So thank you all very much for attending, and please unreservedly offer your blessings to them. Wait, now, did the thing come out already?
I took it out.
No?
You don't take it out?
I bad instruction of Apati. Right. Okay, go. Put it back. Yeah. And go and take your seats. Oh, me lost my workout. Whoops. We had to get some help to get his baby out of it immediately. You could head up that for me. So it's high, so you could be able to lift it. You could probably put it on the stage outside. Yeah, everyone could lift that with you like be mine. No, on the side, on the side. Yeah, just be careful. Isn't so good. Yeah, so where was it just? We want to go outside? You could sit outside, the lighting could be better. Find the lighting. Wherever. I'll help you. Go ahead. Where do you want to go? Huh? Huh? The baby. Let's sit right here. It's alright. He's a Brahmin too. He done bust in a 30.
Is it funded ramen?
The altar closed, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? The cultures, keep them secure, right? Keep them secure. And tomorrow morning, then you could like don't just empty them tonight. Tomorrow morning you could empty them.
Where we empty?
You can keep the water, sprinkle the water out throughout the place. Yeah? Curtain closed.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah.
Throwing the water
So you
in.
could sprinkle it out by your home. Some could go to his home and sprinkle it throughout and then yeah. Every other thing, like all the what? The phone? Yeah, put in a river. Like usual thing now. All the biography and all the fruits and in its prasad.
Yeah.
You can eat that. Like that. I can't stay too long, right? Because I had to go back with my father and the children. But my wife could stay to drop them on thing.
Yeah, but you have a collector thing.
Yeah, well, let her take the pictures on it now. Huh? Yeah, why not?